Hey everybody, Adam Davidson, RadCast for Wednesday, the 26th of August, 2020. We're in Luke chapter 6 right now. Jesus is speaking and he says, "If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners love those who love them. And if you do good to those who are good to you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners do that. And if you lend to those from whom you expect repayment, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners, expecting to be repaid in full. But love your enemies, do good to them, and lend to them without expecting to get anything back. Then your reward will be great, and you will be children of the Most High, because he is kind to the ungrateful and wicked. Be merciful, just as your Father is merciful." It seems completely out of place to talk about loving our enemies these days because of what we see on social media. It seems that one of our main tasks as human beings right now is to establish what camp we're in, to say what we're for, and more importantly, what we're against, and therefore who we are against. And it's absurd, just the amount of energy that we spend trying to get all this right. And the amount of energy that we spend building our own castles and building our own fortresses and taking sides with certain groups of people, when Jesus is telling us, listen, you've taken a side with me, he says. You've taken a side with me, and one of the marks of your taking a side with me is that you love your enemies, not just in words, but you do good to them. You lend to them without expecting to get anything back. He says your reward will be great. It's all going to pay off in the end. But this is the right thing to do here and now. Here's an old quote from an old guy in the church. It goes a little something like this. He says, "If we all derive our origin from one man whom God created, we are clearly of one blood. Therefore, it must be considered the greatest wickedness to hate a man, even if he is guilty." And that's Church Father Lactantius. I can never say that dude's name, but I can say this guy's name. This is John Perkins. This is his book, One Blood. And he writes this as parting words to the church on race and love. Excellent, excellent book. We are, as a culture, marked by hate. Now, admittedly, social media has probably amplified what's already there. And that's one of the problems with Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, is that it only reflects the human heart. Jesus wants us to reflect his heart, which is one of love, and a strange love, a bizarre love, an imbalanced love, like the love that this guy has for even his enemy, Homer Simpson. That's Ned Flanders. The guy is annoying and bizarre and makes Christians look really strange sometimes, and yet his love for his neighbor, for Homer, is amazing and actually kind of Christ-like. So I say unto us, myself included, may we be known not for which side we're on, and not for what we believe and what we don't believe, not for what we're for and what we're against, although those things may be important conversations to have in the right venue. The most important conversation is love, because the most important venue is our shared humanity. This is what Jesus calls us to. It is impossible except with the help of the Holy Spirit. That's RadCast.